Scatter! Skyward! Stray clouds converge! Everybody stand!
Many happy returns!
Rain cutter! Scatter! Skyward! Seize the skies!
Hello.
Up to it, Manzai. Alley-oop.
Oh,
Hello.
you're muted. Oh, hello.
Yeah. Or...
Rain outlines your fate.
Sorry I was gone the entire day. I was getting a haircut, had to do this and that. I got a bar, I got a shaker, a new shaker, and also, you know those pull-up bars that you're able to put on your door? Yeah, I grabbed one of those as well.
What?
Yes.
You just I lost everything that you said.
Oh, for crying out loud.
You said it all so fast.
Pay attention.
Well, I'm kind of busy doing something, so you know.
I see everything.
Try not to.
I'll protect us. Everyone hold hands. Make yourselves at home.
Darn controller, dude. I should have went to that section so I can get a new controller. Fine. Let this charge.
Congratulations!
I'm going in!
Stars, shine.
Many happy...
Let the magic begin.
Everybody stand!
Don't be scared.
Alley-oop.
Oh, somebody made a zombies version of Call of Duty. Oh, that's cool. Not the music I would want, but I hear max ammo, and that's all I need to hear. I mean, it would have been a lot more better if I heard, "Fetch me there, soul."
Care to mess with me? At the frying pan. Steady as stone. Time to clean up. Ears of the storm.
Like 600 gold so I can open that door.
Once there was a
It's really such a hard thing to choose if I want to pull for these two characters, Nita and Zanyan. God damn it. Even you're screaming. I swear.
Ad Astra Abyss.
If I hear fetch me their souls in this dog round, I'm out. Need 800 more gold. So I can unlock that door and we can move on. Yeah, Morgan! Hee. Can a power up drop, please? I would love for it to drop. Woo! Double points. They got a mystery box in here as well? Oh, Christ. Did you eat? Love you! This guy got a minigun from the mystery box? Oh, you lucky son of a gun! Bruh! That's insane.
If you ever have.
Next round, alright. 1,000? Ah, the mystery box went away. Alright, I'm gonna go where they are. Kaboom. Yeah, boy! Got so much points. Oh, shh! No! Don't die! Ah, son of a gun. Well, I got knocked down, so something.
Maybe you're.
Oh man, no, wave 9. Oh, that's a bit embarrassing. I feel like a joke.
I hope you know I'm streaming, right?
I know.
If you ever have.
Ah.
having...
I love it. Just a shame more of them aren't, but really, combining the trick is to what would really make a difference? Really?
Oh, I was completely... Aw, you're concerned. You really know how to make me... Don't you worry. I love it here. Not at all. I think what makes this... If I were to start nitpicking, I certainly wouldn't want that.
Maybe you... If you ever have any... Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari, what are you doing here?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what...
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for some time. Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's real...
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Kale just fell asleep after taking her medicine. All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale? You said this is some...
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes. It's a disease unique to the land. At first, The afflicted may only feel mild numbness on affected areas of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience in its final stages. The disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely...
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you already are familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience
Hello.
with the
Hello,
Fatui has
Sam.
left deep scars.
It's
Even
been
now.
alright.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of it.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you... Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships.
Don't worry, Kainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led her to break down this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, though I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though, alright, now that I've told you about Kale's
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Kale too.
Alright, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering, like the Traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
When was the last time I streamed?
Let's go then.
Last time I
We'll
streamed
be
was 2
looking
days
for a
ago,
plant
so
known as the
that's when I
Nilo
started.
Lotus. It's often used to help.
Hey, Kainari? Where exactly are we going to...
Do I have another commission key? I do. Enter rank 40, of course. Means I can start with one of these. Complete other quests. I can do Ninglong. I can do Junyan. Do Baido. I can do Sayu. I can do Toma. Diona. I can do Noelle. Barbara. Chungyun and Bennett. Okay. Save those for another time. Let me go claim my commissions.
Nilo Lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it
I'm
seems like we should be
skipping
looking for it.
those. I don't have enough. I want to, as much as I do, but I'm skipping them because I really, really want Shenhe. So I'm making sure. And also, there's also a rumor going around. What's it called? Or not going
You are
around, but
correct.
a rumor I saw,
The
or a video I
Nilo
saw
grows in the
saying that
water.
Farina
When
might be
fully
getting a
matured,
rerun.
they look
So
like giant
those
blue
are the two
flowers
main ones I
floating on the
want.
water's
So
surface. Quite an
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra. Astra.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see. Or I highly doubt I'm going to on my main account, but I really do want to see 6 Farina.
You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Cowpelata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, and is completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh. Okay
I have a lot of motivation to get primos on my other account right now, but right now I'm just taking a break and doing this because I do feel like pulling for Shenhe and Farina on this banner. Or on this account. What else? I really do want to try to pull for Nahida on this account, but I really want to catch up to where I originally am in my main account before I even bother wishing. I really don't know. Because how many wishes can I do? I have 15 already on hand, and then I have 73. So that's 88, right? 88 wishes in total. So I definitely have enough for one hard pity, if my luck is that bad.
There should be Nilode Pala lotuses growing somewhere in this area. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, that would be sufficient. We'll rendezvous here once you've...
Oh, my mom's calling me. Give me a second here. Let me get to the next side.
then. We've gathered enough
Next
Nilode
talking
Pala
part.
lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari.
Here we go.
Hey, Tainari.
Leave that out of
What
play.
wish you requested?
Be right back.
Let me have a look. Good. Very good. These are all excellent quality. I'm glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here. It seems we even have enough time to stock up on other things I need.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling your name. They're dressed like a forest ranger.
Ah, yes, that's Amir and the others. But didn't they just set off not too long ago? What are they doing back so early? Let's go find out what's going on.
Okay, I'm back. Hey, Jide, guess what I just got?
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The withering is back? But the patrol route you were on should have been already cleared just a week ago. It reappeared so quickly. Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area. So we decided to come find you as quickly as
Yeah, it
possible.
was for food.
And the radius of the contamination?
My mom got Pizza Hut.
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view to tell.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared to still be spreading. So we didn't risk getting any closer.
Okay,
Wait, Tainari, what?
You two have only just arrived in Sumeru. You're still unfamiliar with many things. There's a unique type. The affected areas not only cause nearby vegetation to wither, but it's also lethal to walk.
Yes, Amir is absolutely right. As Amir said, only someone with a vision. That is,
That's right. If any of the forest rangers without a vision come across a withering zone, we first make a record of the location and then have a ranger with the proper abilities deal with it, like Tainari here. Only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to deal with it. But you don't seem to carry a vision.
Don't worry. He may not have a vision, but he's a real pro at using the power of the elements.
seems the rumors about you were true then. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville.
Nom nom nom. Is it down here? Or is it up there? I think it's down here.
Stop. Don't move any further. Look there, in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look.
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're gonna have to enter that withering zone. Thank you. But I must warn you, don't push yourself. This is your first time, even with elemental powers. Once you step inside the withering zone, you ready then? Let's go.
Boop, 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 boop.
First,
Boop, boop,
we
boop.
must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
I just realized I don't have any full characters to actually do this properly. Ow.
Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor.
Wind blade.
Oh man.
Come a little closer.
These things are all on par level with me.
Now, destroy the tumor of the withering.
There you go.
We did it! Everything's returning to normal now.
Yes. Thanks to you two, we were able to quickly
Tainari? You make it sound like we did well, but why does Paimon have the feeling you're worried about something?
It's that obvious, huh? Recently, the rate at which withering zones appear has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. The withering is leaving lasting effects on the rainforest itself. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already, and most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? But why is that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from... No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. It's said that it originates from the depths of the world. Oh, by the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface. Although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense, you can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern deep underground all the way up to the surface. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul, allowing it to collect knowledge and wisdom from ancient times to present day. The Dendro Archon is known as the god of wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro Archon's power is a manifestation of Irmin. And as for the withering, that's right. My ancestors learned of this from... I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here for a long time, until a cure is found. Alright, that's enough on this topic for the time being. Now that we've taken care of things here, it's time for us to head back to Gandharvaville.
Let's try this rip-off version of Guitar Hero, shall we? Goodness. It can't be that bad. Wait, if this is gonna be... Oh, no. Oh, no. Guitar Hero, no. Oh, no. Oh, dear Lord. I'll close my bowl. There we go.
Oh, Tainari, you all made it back. How did it go?
The withering zone you reported has been taken care of. No need to worry. Huh? Wait, is that... Oh no, Hypatia!
Huh? What's wrong, Tainari?
This Duskbird is Hypatia's designated courier for urgent news. You do remember her, don't you? She's the scholar you and Paimon were following when you first arrived in Sumeru.
Oh, her? How could we forget? So did something happen?
Let me see
Bro,
what's
they got
written in the letter
difficulties
first.
for this? Oh, this is actually pretty cool.
So what's it say? And what's with that weird expression on your face? Just let Paimon read it. Huh? All Paimon sees are three...
Yes. Allow me to explain. After we brought you from Hypatia's cave to Gandharvaville, Hypatia resumed her meditation. She must have just finished. It's been nearly 3 days since she's had anything to eat, and it appears she's forgotten to prepare some rations. This letter is her asking us for help. We need to go.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go.
You mean she's been sitting there for 3 days? Hey, wait. That from just
Oh,
a few
Jesus.
lines on the page.
I'm not gonna like this.
Well, obviously because this has happened before. Last time she drew 5 lines, and by the time we found her... Well, I'd prefer not to remember that.
Okay.
Needless to say, Hypatia's been through worse, but we should still get to her as quickly as possible. I've got some emergency rations set aside for times like these. Paimon, Traveler, could you two bring these to her?
Wait, you want...
Let's find out. So, how do you feel?
Huh? Really? But, wait, how...
Back when we were clearing the Withering Zone, I observed that he could adeptly manipulate the Dendro element. I knew then that he would be fine. And if I may ask, when I was telling you two about Irminsul's ley lines, was what I described similar at all to what you saw when you were unconscious? That's correct. Those weren't hallucinations at all. Though I don't intend to apologize for this, because what you saw is of my forefathers were shown much favor by Greater Lord Ruka Devata. We took an oath to protect this nation together with her. Now that that duty has fallen to me, it was a part of my responsibilities to ascertain whether you could be entrusted with the fate of Sumeru. Now, after seeing you in action with my own eyes, you have earned my confidence, and I no longer feel the need to hide any. When you passed out, your consciousness had connected directly with Irminsul. What you witnessed were actions. I could try to tell you more, but it would be better if you went to ask Hypatia instead. That was because when you read. Please.
Ooga booga. Jai, guess what I just got?
My, how is this difficult? How
Jai,
on? Yes.
guess what I got?
What?
Food. Want more from?
Nice.
No?
I'm busy playing Guitar Hero right now.
Here, take these.
No, fuck Guitar Hero,
It's a
honestly.
meal I packed for Hypatia, as well as some other
I'm joking,
ingredients.
but anyway.
I'm sure it'll come in handy. Also, here's a letter that I would like you to give to her. Just show it to her, and she'll answer any questions you may have. No, I...
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing. Hello? Hypatia? Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
I want to see more machine, but I really have to go. I want to sleep now. Alright, good night, Sam. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.
Come on.
There you are! Hypatia, are you up?
So hungry.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Huh? Wait. Why
Oh,
does
that's
it look
it?
super foggy outside all of...
Oh, never mind. Oh, we're still going. Come on.
Huh? What happened? Really? Oh.
Alright, not bad. I tried my best. Oh, but oh, it goes up, upcoming. Oh, I love that.
Wow. This place is huge. Paimon knew there's something off about that cave.
Just a 3 of us? Okay.
Let's
Jesus.
think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows?
I better not
Maybe
mess
we'll
this
find
up.
a lead of some kind. Huh? What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Let's dance.
Don't be such a brute.
Disappear!
Come on.
You're in for a little shock.
Windblade!
I'll protect us.
You've been a naughty boy.
Okay, not bad. I did better. I did better that time. I did a lot better that time. I'm getting better at this. Totally me not struggling. It's just so weird. Oh, goodness Christ. So not used to this.
for a little shock? Come a little closer.
Scuba, get them! Race you!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Blitz. Yep. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Nice and spicy. Let the show begin.
Oh, goodness. I'm on a roll right now. Guy using a freaking guitar though. Holy crap.
Come a little closer.
Nice and spicy.
I'm a bit rough.
Going out is
That's about it.
tiring.
Oh, okay.
Ready, steady, go! Oh,
Welcome to the stream, Ninja.
why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are.
I'm about done eating, so here we go.
Your sister. Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you think now, today...
Oh, my stomach.
What do we do? Oh, there she is! Quick! Well, the good news is that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that? Are you... Anyways, we can talk... Oh, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Who's there? Tainari, is that you? I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up...
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Oh? So, Yuri...
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy?
No, I actually do believe what the Traveler is saying. I myself... You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what...
I'm not sure what it's called. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the... And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk up
Nope,
to
boss
them
fight
just
wasn't even
like
real. It
till I
was all
crouched
part of a
down
dream
next to
that
them,
this little guy
but then
created.
suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh! And then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, I was convinced they'd never show up again. But I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me. Yes, no doubt about Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food... Alright, we're out, Traveler. Today's menu
Should've
will
pinched
feature
yourself.
sweet...
Sounds good.
I finally have that much control.
All done! Let's... Oh, it...
Are you already finished cooking? Even though everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the Academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people...
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn eel primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukadevata. These special ingredients are... Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, naturally. That was primarily due to his taking in any... Not to worry, that technically...
Blah 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 blah. I've heard all this bullshit on my main
As
account.
a member of the Ritalis Darshan at the Academia,
Mm-hmm,
my main area of research
Oh look, it's
revolves
the cabbage.
around their... Which is why I'm... Only my... I am currently...
Or, as in Legend of Zelda would say, the Koroks.
divine knowledge. That's why we...
Those little shits.
Of course I do. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I believe that being able to see them is a... But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom
It's the
herself.
demon cabbage.
Well, it's strange
Kill
because
it.
yes.
Sadly, they're very
Sages say that
friendly
wisdom
and
comes... Yes.
you cannot fight them or
The
kill
fact
them.
that people assume I was born into a family of scholars. I studied hard. But then, on the day I scared them, it was incredible back then.
So, do you have any...
Sorry. If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life. I might have some more answers. If you two are ever in the area, there's no need to be...
There's like a whole story quest. They're called Aranaras.
we know Hypatia is alright.
Imagine
And
having
the
them
kids
as an
will answer
ally
some
in combat,
questions.
though. I think there's like a few that do combat, like they're really skilled in combat. I don't know though. You never see them fight though. It's only one time you see them fight, and the little motherfucker with a twig fucking took down a big old robot. Let me see if I can find the robot. I'm pretty sure it was this robot right here. You can't really see it too well, but this robot.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher, and that it's your duty to combat the effects of
Pretty
withering
much.
zones. But isn't it evident that such work, as Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul? How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Gulam. Let's at least...
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here and I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the... I see.
Tainari,
And what exactly do...
you'll know once you've arrived.
And, how long...
There's no definite answer, is it?
Do you mean to tell me that, despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, you still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
What's that squirrel doing? Just okay.
Tainari, what is...
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a but all that can wait. How did things go?
It was quite the eventful trip.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a
That's right.
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Squirrel's gone now.
Well,
No more
do
squirrel.
you at least know it?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my... Oh, how about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Amorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up
It's not a
receiving...
squirrel.
What?
There's a
It's called
squirrel in the
the Akasha
box.
Terminal. It's
The
a tool
government.
produced
Oh my
by the
god.
academia that utilize... Needless to say, this device and its usage
This
fall under...
guy.
Next up, that's
More
right.
like a Sumeru
Tainari,
drone,
we
I
have
guess. I
something
don't know.
important to say to Kale before we leave.
Yes, she's doing much. She knew you two would be...
Thanks, Tainari.
Farewell, and good...
I've been waiting for... Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey. Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City. Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends. There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends. And sure, we're probably still gonna worry about your condition. But that's because we're friends. Thank you. That means a lot. Before you leave... Oh? It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't... Yay! Thanks, Kale! Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas when... I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll... Well then, I, trainee forest ranger I hope you have a safe trip to Sumeru City and get to meet them much better now. Even though I'm not quite ready to help Master clear the Withering Zones yet, there is still plenty— Oh, and Traveler? If you ever see Amber again during your travels, please don't mention my illness to her, okay? Amber knows about my case of Elazar and what's happened in my past, but I guess I just don't want her to worry about me. If the need arises, I'll tell her about it myself. Alright, we understand. I hope you have a safe trip to Sumeru City and get to meet— See you later! Be sure to come—
Doot, 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 doot. Doot, 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 doot. Alright, let's see. I need to ascend, but I don't have the material to do so. Alright, let me go before I even bother. Let me do this. With that, I have 3 of those, so I can do more. Resonate. Artifacts. Can I even bother doing this? I could, but it's gonna be hard. Let's see what happens.
Lucky today?
You're toast! Let's dance! Uma, get them!
Propagate!
Tricks up your sleeve.
Damn, bro! Let me go!
Scatter!
Nice and spicy!
Propagate!
I'll protect us.
Germinate!
Can you not? Okay.
Propagate!
Give me shit.
Sumeru City!
Doggo,
Did you see that?
why is he looking at my ass?
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru's.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy. After centuries of... As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you... I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities, such as Sumeru City.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was Here are your Akasha terminals.
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God...
Oh! Since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to... May the mighty God... Whoa! Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing! It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and BAM! You get it!
Exactly. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that... Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking... Oh, come on! Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're... Paimon's brain is exhausted. Oh, smart idea! But what are you going to ask it? You too? Huh. Could it be because we're up? Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. It feels like the people of Sumeru well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anyone. He's from Sumeru, and even has a position in... Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh, it's not far from this... Hello, are you Rahawi?
Yes, that's me.
Great! You see, Tainari sent...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't...
Here, this is a letter from Tainari.
Oh,
Okay, bro.
let me see. Seems even Tainari...
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali.
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find.
sorry. The Akasha didn't
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that?
Alright.
Paimon was sure you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher.
I'll see you
The
later,
Akasha
Ninja.
doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat...
Aw, but...
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may... In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha, and things you can never accomplish. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me. Hey, come on. This is a survival skill.
Aw. So what do we do now? Even if we wanted... Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right!
Boop, boop, boop. Catherine.
Catherine, we need your help.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you.
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know...
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Aw, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know any...
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups. Collectively, they take on various contracts and work. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What a...
Supposedly, they are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight with... If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's... You're welcome.
Alright, off to the Citadel of Rizar we go!
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about something.
I see. So, Catherine's the one who sent you. Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own 2 hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord, because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with greater... Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali...
Really?
But...
Alright.
Nope.
Seems Osfond was right about most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire...
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who... Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce...
Whoa, really?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did... Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was panicked by what he heard. The man journeyed across... In despair, he thought...
Okay.
And then, the calamity came. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. Oh, Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have, along your journey, we were in...
Yeah, thanks for the story! Paimon feels all warm and... Dunyarzad, since you worship...
Of course! Oh no, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Hey, wait! What? It looks like they're searching for someone.
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrist?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
That should keep him busy for a while. There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you
can relax now.
Really? Thank you so much. Uh-oh. Looks like there are some coming this way.
Huh? What?
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can...
Alright, let's...
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers.
I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much Mora do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits, and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides, that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
I'm fine, really. I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it. Huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try something fancy, but we aren't exactly loaded. Guess Paimon will settle for something ordinary.
How about our charcoal-baked Agelenach cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Bye, mine will pass. Hey, come on! Paimon has personal preferences too, you know. Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Who are you? How do you know my name?
How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you.
Really?
Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt.
Wow, you really do know everything.
Dunyarzad, is there anything you want?
What? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything.
Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen.
Then, can you make my illness go away?
Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now.
Then, can you be my friend? After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Teyvat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Teyvat. Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zero's festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aww, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zero's festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady, does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much Mora prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today, and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
But of course! Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. Sorry I'm late,
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught.
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends.
So you're followers from another land? That's wonderful. You two absolutely mustn't miss the Sub-Zero. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Huh. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zero's festival anymore. Thank the Dendro Archon for Dunyarzad. With the Mora she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already.
It's our dream.
Milu, what are you gonna be?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zeros.
Dunyarzad, have you told him the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay. Then I'll tell you too about how this holiday, according to some of the gods, as she danced upon those brilliant purple flowers, became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, oh, if of course they did. Although they aren't around anymore, though we're just
Nilu, you have all... Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Padisar.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, So, Traveler and Paimon?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Hey, come on!
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zero's festival together?
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. Two things that the academia doesn't Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and... I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
Things are... Don't be fooled into think... And when it comes...
Whoa! Did you know that the...
Ah, as a child, my the Sub-Zero.
Milu, your outfit...
I thought I'd ask...
Wow, did you sew...
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental... I've noticed that you can't keep your...
May I?
Of course. The legends say that...
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like... Catherine! Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa. Break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
Yes, you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies. Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
There's something real.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia.
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well,
Are you serious?
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Sounds like a... Let's head over to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dia.
Welcome! Get your spices here. We've got all kinds.
Sorry, I'm late. It It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and...
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever...
Look, Dia's blushing.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the less... Oh, hey, Chief.
Ha, Dia! What are you doing here?
I take it you all know...
We met this
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the...
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well...
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow...
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormo.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. King Deshret's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandon their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Osfon! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that. Good. Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival. It's been a while since I visited the Citadel of Regzar. Remember, To get to Port Ormos, just be sure to take care of your...
Come and have a good look.
You've got a deal.
Believe me, I'm not making this up.
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru. Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to shake the feeling that there's also danger lurking in these crowds. Ooh. Let's get our bearings so we can start looking for leads. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But other than that, we don't have much else to go on. Osmond told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port Ormos. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen item? Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market. Let's ask around and see what we come up with.
Welcome. Welcome. How can I help you too?
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question. Do students from the Academia ever come to Port Ormos?
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the Academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the Academia have it even harder. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the Academia. Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the Academia. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to...
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Aramite factions, especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King...
They're called Ein...
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? They're usually pretty wary of... I've heard that Ein al-Hakmar likes to set up shop...
Wait, did you say 500,000?
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field...
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Whoa! Did you hear that? So, what's our plan? Wait! Didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to... Oh! This is the place we heard those students talking about.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Huh! Once we reach...
They're nothing to be afraid of.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing...
Yeah, with...
Huh. All these guys talk about is King...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah,
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the students say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it? Huh? What is...
Oh! Sorry! He must have grabbed the wrong amount! Hey, what do you think you're doing? Oh, Paimon can't stand this.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention King Deshret just now.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in... As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of King Deshret. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom. But...
So, you mean the
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions and create the... But the story doesn't end there. Oh, mark my words. Our god shall return. And if what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has...
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged Academia...
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things... Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to...
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my...
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with...
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was...
I'm warning you.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal... If, on the other hand, I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, I am quite confident that if I began to take such action... Also, a word of advice. Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my...
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay, then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 Mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading... Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa! Did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Atlas. He seems to know a lot about... He went that way! After him! Wait up! It's Al-Hatham, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future. All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have... Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about...
Who exactly are you two? And a student? Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah!
He doesn't even have a vision.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot...
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try your luck. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you...
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does...
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you didn't even know what... Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far.
We know it's connected to the Academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too.
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
Paimon can't...
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which have... It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge over the past century, a wide variety of Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them, occasionally well, I think that about sums it up. Oh, so that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Fine. Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me. I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. She's guarded against people. I think she blacklisted me. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her...
Why do you want us to...
Until you complete this task, you don't have... You two are outland. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of...
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora, and I'll prepare some funds for you.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for...
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh? That's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability should result. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, however, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here's the Mora for Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any Mora left over, oh, and be sure to exercise some caution.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you 2 want to back out, now... Okay, then we have a deal. If you...
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Hello. What are you 2 looking to buy?
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right? Paimon doesn't think it was that on the paper.
What a unique palette.
Following the paper got us past the...
Ronak, these 2 want to buy unripe horror fruits. Show them to the...
Got it. You 2, please follow me. You 2 have a fascinating fashion sense.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru Rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
Ah, the warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me. Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is the
I'm sorry.
He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer...
Before I retrieve your please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But Eating hara fruit that makes your...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your... Okay. Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
What? The matcha? Where? I'll hate them said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. He ran that way. Look, he's over there. Hey, if you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way. Another password. Huh? Oh. Here, over here. You can stop running now. So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe?
These two good customers wish to buy some hara fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
Oh, very good. Thank you. Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing any business. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything. Paimon's not sure if that's supposed... I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter... So that's why I prefer to have customers like you. It's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please, knock yourself out. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course, of course. Go ahead. Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably... What kind of products do you seek, my dear customer? Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialect... Or, how about... With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation. Ooh, now this sounds 2 million Mora, and it's... Whoa! Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's... Alright, let's try the method that Al-Haytham mentioned. You've really got a good head on your shoulders, and quite the eye for quality. I'll take these, please. My, oh my, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of 1 million. Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million. But all the canned knowledge we just... Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble. Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on, come on. We still have around 100,000 of Alhaitham's moral left, so let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you.
Excellent! Then please, select from this fine collection of canned knowledge.
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we wanted.
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million mora each. I'm sure discerning customers like...
Uh-oh. Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these. So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one. Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very...
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Alhaitham.
Mora, Mora, shine... Oh, please...
Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
You two made it. And from the looks on your faces...
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port...
You're pretty daring...
Relax. No one here...
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the...
Before that, I have to ask. Why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer.
Yeah, he just wants to meet the god. When we heard that the Academia had lost some...
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you...
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. Several brigades have been... My personal I agreed to forego... However, they adamantly believe...
So you kept hounding them because...
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them. The divine knowledge capsule to ensure the capsule... Unless I know whose Dory is the most...
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the...
Yes, you can say that. The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try... If I get the opportunity to study the divine knowledge capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay.
Alhaitham...
Doing so right... This place works.
Here. Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. We can conduct a controlled... While you fight, we can use an... There may be variances...
Wow! Haytham! You must have been... Hyman's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academia, right? So, why are you risking getting caught?
When you are unable to... All right, let's begin the test.
Come a little closer.
Let the show begin.
You're in for...
Scatter! Propagate!
All right. I'll link your account. The next step is to hold it in your hand. I'll...
Hey, how are you feeling? You mean that it worked?
All right. Time for round 2.
Surrendering.
Boba, get them!
Come a little closer. You've been a naughty boy.
Now, I'll start...
Haytham has...
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his combat capability. During the second fight, his overall fighting performance increased by 0.073%.
Wait, how much? Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us!
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems increasing. I'm heading back to California.
today and ask her about where the divine knowledge capsule is.
Here, over here! Welcome back, my loyal patron. You name it. Canned knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need. I'll find a way to get it. Where there's a waterfall of Mora.
Can you really get us anything?
Uh-huh. So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please, oblige me. Tell me what you have in mind. Oh! I knew customers with pockets as deep as yours would undoubtedly crave something more But you know, that kind of information... After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. Not to mention that if anyone found out that I was the leaker, I would be in big...
But how can we be sure your information is accurate?
Because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must ask for the information's authenticity. Well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, no one can dispute it. It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The Divine El Ahmar. Ah, so you're already... The group has done everything in their power to... That divine knowledge... The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took.
Thanks for the info.
Please.
Well, we figured out where the divine knowledge capsule is. Turns out... Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham. Al-Haytham! We got the info you wanted!
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
Dory even gave us evidence to verify...
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. All right. In which case, if we play our cards right, when we confront them next week, we...
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ain El Ahmar guys. But now, it sort of makes sense. Everything's playing right into your hands. After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their boss and get them to lend us the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again on the afternoon of the arranged date, 3 o'clock sharp. See you then.
Oh, Hatham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the pier in front of Faros Lighthouse.
Yep, let's go.
Welcome back, Ninja. I just got back from the bathroom.
Oh, hey, Thumb. I knew you were crazy, but
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. I was more worried that you... This is turning into quite an...
back up. Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this loot. I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Uh-oh, here they come. Good luck, you two.
That's close enough.
Eat this!
Hey, that was gonna take longer.
Scatter! Propagate! Following orders. Today. Scatter!
Nice and spicy.
Spring forward!
Go, Barber.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Try to keep up! No more tricks up your sleeve!
Do the thing. Fine, fine.
Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss? Boss! Boss! What's wrong?
What happened to him?
We have to cut his Akasha connection. Now.
Damn. Better than you.
Target acquired. Arrest him. Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Al-Haytham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away!
What in Tibet just happened?
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
You mean the Divine Knowledge Capsule did that to him? Oh, yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after...
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. This Divine Knowledge Capsule does appear to be linked to the gods, but beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors suggest. Did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that possibly...
If the mantra took him away, then that means the Academia got the Divine Knowledge. Still, Paimon didn't...
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos. I believe our collaboration has also reached its end.
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the Divine Knowledge Capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something. Since you're a member of the Academia, do you have any idea how...
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire administration. Most of the time, you wouldn't know she exists at all. Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom, scholars have no reason to desire to make contact with the deity herself.
Everything...
I'm heading back to the Academia.
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zero's festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good. Then we'll part ways here, Al-Haytham, until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?
Whoa.
We didn't miss the Sub-Zero's festival, right? Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Paimon thinks she must be around the Grand Bazaar, since she showed us around there last time. There she is! Dunyarzad! We're back!
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. Indeed.
There's no need to be...
Thanks, but speaking of which...
Of course we went! A lot of things happened there.
If there is another...
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both... It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on around my employers.
It's alright, Dia. I merely said I would like to go. The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble for you. So Dia, please take some time to relax. I'll be fine.
Even when you put it that way, it still doesn't feel right.
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight.
Tomorrow's a big day. Oh, you two, I've already prepared a...
Whoa, you're so...
Here we are. It's also fairly close to where I've...
It looks really nice.
Not at all.
That's Paimon's specialty. Paimon can tell you stories.
Oh, if you don't mind, how about all of my friends will be working the...
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's constantly hovering over you.
Then let's meet at the nearby bazaar first thing tomorrow morning.
It's a deal. Good night.
I may be too
Paimon's starting to really look forward to the Sub-Zero... Oh, no. Did we oversleep? We should go meet Dunya's...